The long-awaited Bosch eBike Flow app update version 1.28 is now available for you. In this video, we will cover everything you need to know about this major update. I can't even count how many times I have seen the specific feature request from you in the comments, but now it's finally here. Bosch is now introducing the e-bike sharing feature. This gives you the ability to share your electric bike with up to 5 additional users. As the designated main user, you can now let up to 6 people access your e-bike through the eBike Flow app. However, to use the new Share e-bike feature, the main user, so you as the owner, will need an active Flow Plus subscription. In the e-bike settings, under the menu item Share e-bike, you can create up to 5 invitation links. You can then send these links to your fellow e-bikers through any channel you like, whether it is iMessage, WhatsApp or something else, and that gives them access to your bike. Your invited guest can then use that link to open the Bosch eBike Flow app. Pairing with the e-bike then works just as it normally does in the eBike Flow app. You simply select the correct control unit and connect to the bike. Once that is successful, the user will have guest access to your bike, meaning limited access to the bike settings. For example, your invited guests can't install new e-bike updates and don't have full access to security-related features like e-bike alarm or e-bike lock. But of course, you can still continue to use the e-bike lock function as usual. In this case, if a guest user wants to access your e-bike while it's in lock mode, you have to switch it on as usual. The app will then automatically connect to the electric bike. At that point, the bike is still locked. The guest user then needs to manually unlock it by tapping the unlock button on the app's home screen. And after that, it is unlocked and you can start riding. We also tested for you what happens if you have invited a user, have a Bosch Connect module installed, and the bike gets stolen. In this case, only you as the main user will receive the notification that something is wrong with your e-bike. You can find all the information about the Connect module and how to install it on our channel. We have several videos on that topic. With Flow app version 1.28, Bosch is also rolling out the performance update for its e-bikes that was announced in May. This should generally happen simply through the firmware update of your bike and its components. However, in some cases with certain manufacturers, you may need to take an extra step. If that's the case, you will see a banner right on the home screen letting you know that an additional update is required. If you accidentally dismiss that message, no worries. You can still check for it later in the settings. Just go to the e-bike settings and then to e-bike updates. There you will see the banner again, which allows you to start the additional update. If even after taking that step or if you do not see the banner at all, then it is very likely that your e-bike is unfortunately not compatible with the performance upgrade. In other words, you will not be able to boost the performance data to 100 Newton meters and 750 watts. This completely depends on the type of motor you have installed. All Bosch Performance Line CX motors of the 5th generation are compatible with the upgrade. To check if your motor is compatible, open the eBike pass and go to Components. If the motor part number is EB11-10000E, your bike is most likely supported. However, even with this number, the 100 Nm upgrade may still not be available. In our case, we had a KTM Makina style 820, while we were able to increase the power to 750 watts. The upgrade to 100 Nm was not possible. Most likely because the components are not designed to handle it. The performance upgrade is also available for older motors. That means 4th generation motors can also receive the update. This gives you the option to adjust both the maximum power and torque. However, the limits remain at the known 85 Nm for the CX motor and 600 watts. Of course, you can also reduce these values if you prefer. The performance upgrade also enables the EMTB Plus mode for all compatible electric bikes, especially the CX models, including the 4th generation CX motors. This mode offers a more performance-oriented ride than the previous EMTB mode and even supports up to 400% assistance on older motors. So it's in itself a small performance upgrade as well. The new EMTB mode is now also available in the list of selectable modes and can be installed directly via the Flow app. If you want to make use of the full 400% maximum support, you will need to go into the individual settings and set the support level to the maximum, in this case Level 5. Announced at the beginning of the year and now finally available in your Flow apps is the new battery lock feature. This allows you to explicitly brand your e-bike battery to your e-bike, meaning it is only compatible with your motor and your control unit. So if the battery ever gets stolen or removed, it can no longer be used. It becomes completely useless. You can activate this feature under the e-bike settings in the e-bike lock section of the Flow app. If you activate this, or if you have already activated it, you will now find a new tab called Battery Lock in the app. There you can easily add your battery to the lock and gain an extra layer of security. Important to note, this feature only works with an active Flow Plus subscription, and the e-bike lock function must also be enabled. Another new Flow Plus feature is the improved 3D navigation view. I have to admit, I was a bit skeptical about this feature at first, but I was pleasantly surprised because I actually think it's really useful. The 3D maps give you a proper three-dimensional navigation experience when you use your smartphone as a display. You can already see the 3D map in the route planning too. It just makes it much easier to find your way. You can actually see, okay, I am right by that building now. It makes the whole thing a lot more fun and is genuinely cool to use. If you want to use your smartphone as a display, then it is best to use the smartphone grip. That way you can charge it directly from the e-bike battery. Everything you need to know about that can be found in this video. Last but not least, with version 1.28, Bosch is also introducing a new statistics feature. In the statistics tab, there's an annual overview of the kilometers you've covered and what you've accomplished, both for the current and previous years. It's a cool feature, maybe even an incentive for challenges within the family or among friends. Especially now that you are also able to share your electric bike, everyone can track their own statistics and you can see who rode the most with the e-bike. One thing to keep in mind though, this is currently a Flow Plus feature, so it does require a monthly or yearly subscription. Though I have to say honestly, for €4.99 a month or €39.99 a year, the Flow Plus subscription is a really good deal. You get a lot of features that genuinely improve usability and your overall riding experience. Prices may vary in other countries, of course, but here in Germany it is definitely a solid offer. As always, it is up to each person to decide for themselves. However, you can also choose the Connect module solution. If you install it, you automatically get 1 year of Flow Plus included. I have already linked all the details about the Connect module for you, and of course you can also find it in our shop. Do you have any questions or feedback for me or for Bosch? Feel free to leave a comment below. If you don't want to miss any news about the Flow app or Bosch in general, then make sure to subscribe, enjoy the update, and if you liked the video, I would really appreciate a thumbs up. See you next time.